You know, if the stakes were not so high, if breadwinners were not being laid off by the thousands, the antics of our Prime Minister would be the stuff for the comedy circuit. He sternly declares that job losses are unacceptable, but then does nothing. Carolyn Bennett, the Minister of Crown Indigenous Relations, is sitting in Victoria, BC to resolve the issues, sending letters of invitation to the hereditary chiefs. And they have responded that they won't meet with her until the RCMP leave what they call their land, even though title to those lands has not yet been ruled upon by the agreed-upon judicial process. Now we are hearing that the hereditary chiefs who oppose the pipeline are still not meeting with Bennett, but instead are traveling from BC to Belleville, Ontario, to thank the Mohawk protesters who have brought rail traffic to a halt in sympathy. In any disagreement, when you have two sides that are not talking to each other, you analyze every action to determine whether this is a breakthrough opportunity. There are so many angles arising out of this meeting between the hereditary chiefs and the Mohawks. For instance, Bennett could travel to Belleville and meet on the railings with the chiefs. She could offer a meeting with the PM if the blockades came down. The Deputy Prime Minister, Chrystia Freeland, could just happen to be in Belleville to assess the situation, across from the protest camp by 100 feet. It would be hard for the protesters not to at least exchange some pleasantries with her. That would be a start. In turn, the Mohawks would be smart to agree to allow vitally important cargoes through the roadblock. For example, propane to Atlantic Canada for heating. It is highly unlikely that this mess will be resolved with a magic wand. These things never are. But you can seize an opening when it appears before you. There is no roadmap to a resolution, but that is what experienced negotiators face all the time. And they work through it to a solution, pushing and pulling, cajoling and nudging. One of the real problems we have is the PM himself. Few have any confidence or faith in him. He has no experience with matters like this, and neither do the vast majority of his ministers. Just like during the SNC-Lavalin scandal, when he refused to provide any answers other than, "Everything is appropriate," every Canadian watching knew that that was not true. A vice president of SNC-Lavalin is sitting in jail. So now the PM's mantra is, "We're working extremely hard to resolve this peacefully," without anything to back this up. Hollow assertions. Without any details. Reportedly, even members of his own caucus are doubting the veracity of his claim. Canadians are justifiably worried. We have a country that is rapidly approaching a crisis, and a PM who does not inspire any confidence. He has a track record that is not good, and his government has let the Indigenous people of Canada down. Lofty rhetoric, promises over 5 years, no action, and no results. The result of a government in which few have any faith is what occurred, thankfully without incident, in Edmonton when counter-protesters, just guys with a pickup who were cheesed off with another rail blockade, cleared the tracks. The Trudeau government would be well advised to hire some good negotiators. And the PM, well, he should just go to his meeting in Barbados.